Babylon neo-gonzo journalist reporting on the ongoing shift in consciousness. Human beings are at a precipice, and here today, as part of the Global Climate Strike 2019, citizens are gathering to share their voice, to share their heart, to stand for what they care about. And there is a story here, and there is a message here, and that is why I am here, to be able to help share this message. What is it that we are here to say? What is it that we are here to shift?
Climate change needs to be taken seriously, and if professionals aren't going to do it, then we will. Greta Thunberg inspired me to do this. If it wasn't for her, then I wouldn't even know or really care about it. It's like affecting all of us, so.
There are protests all over the world led by Greta Thunberg, who has inspired a generation of young people. It's their planet. We are absolutely wrecking it. Our house is on fire, and we need to panic.
This is super important to me because I see that we're all connected to the earth, and I know that we need to protect it because what we give our earth is going to give it back to us. We're going to experience what we give to the earth.
I'm just so glad I'm here. I mean, I was born for this. To me, seeing what's happening now is what I've been waiting for my whole entire life, is seeing a shift, seeing a paradigm shift, seeing these younger people stepping up for the future.
People my age, grandmothers, we need to be on the streets with these young people. We need to be here.
I'm here today to support the kids. It's a great opportunity for them to find their voice. It's their future. We don't inherit this land from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children.
What do we want? When do we want it?
And what I see in this bigger story is the fact that this event is a catalyst. There are people who are awakening. There are people who are remembering their true connection to the earth, their true connection to this world, to each other. We need to care about the earth. We need to care about the relationship that we have with it. We need to care about living in harmony. We need to care about setting examples, about not being lazy, about taking responsibility.
I'm here with my friends to help the environment. If there's no environment, then we have no place to live. This is the only home we got. We have to protect it. There's no planet B.
We need to care that this is the spirit of the earth speaking through us.
So we're coming out of this mass illusion that somehow we're separated. Somehow we don't belong to this earth. We do. It's exciting what's happening here.
We're here today because we love our planet!
The reason why I came here today is because I'm starting to get really, really frustrated with the way that governments are taxing corporations, just letting them go. Like they're letting them harm the environment and pollute our rivers, build our pipelines, that sort of thing. They're letting them destroy the environment, and that's been making me very angry.
I've got an 11-year-old, and I want to try to leave this place, a little bit better for her. Give her a great life and let her experience things like the forest and what the rivers and lakes have to offer here in Southern Ontario. Civil disobedience has a special spot in my heart. These kids are finding out what that can do.
And so, as the numbers rise and the energy builds, we take to the streets, we march, we sing our song. We let our message be heard. Save the planet! Save the planet!
What do we want? Climate action! Why do we want it now? Planet over profit!
And so as we stand together in love, we stand for tomorrow, today. We show up with intention. We show up for the children of the future, for the children who are here now, for the children of the earth that each and every single one of us is.
And we've got to listen to our hearts. We've got to follow this deep intuitive knowing that is present in every single one of us, and particularly now during these times of accelerated change. The earth is calling. She's speaking, and she's speaking through you and me. We are not separate.
This is an act of love and passion for every being that lives on Earth. And I don't think it's going to be something that we can expect governments will change on their own. It has to come from us, from people. And I find it so exciting to see young people around the world rising up. I think that that is exactly what we need, and I'm here to support them 100%. And I love seeing some people's first protests. That's really exciting. My first protest was in high school. Being an activist has made my life full of meaning and purpose, and it just makes it wonderful, and I feel like I'm able to do stuff, and I feel very empowered, and I hope they have that feeling as well.
This is about climate change and the climate crisis that is imminent and is going to, and we're here because it's imperative to take action. We love the earth and we want everyone on don't want billions to die. This is a student strike, and the point of it is to demand climate action at the local, provincial, and national level. So at the local level, we want free bus passes and bike lanes. At the provincial level, we want climate education, and we want climate initiatives. And at the national level, we want to reduce greenhouse gas emissions overall. I want you to act, and I want you to get out, and I want you to strike in your city, because it's really important that strikes can make the future and change the future. And we need you to go, and we need you to strike. Thank you.
When the IPCC report says that we need to change our system by 45% by 2030, that gives me that sense of empowerment and excitement of creativity, knowing that we can have a totally different world in 11 years from now is like totally awesome.
We need community, so find your tribe. This is essential. Find the people that say yes to all these beautiful things that you truly believe in. What we can do, we can plant trees. We can grow our own food. We can participate in marches like this. We can find those special places to commune with nature so that we begin to hear nature speak to us. She's our guidance. She's the one that's been doing it for millennia. She knows how to do it. All we have to do is listen.
Again, this is a revolution of consciousness. This is a story about us. This is a story about our ascension. This is a story about our age of resistance to rise up against the power of the Skeksis. No longer will they take our essence and choose how we live. We choose how we live, and we stand united. We stand as tribe. We stand as family. This is the tribe of the earth coming together in love.
To me, it feels like making a change. Like, even if it doesn't make a change, but I feel like it helps a little bit. I hope that this inspires, like, some people, like, even some of the people that are walking that don't really care as much, but now they should care more. Or, like, the people that are just walking normally, or, like, the cars. There's always people who care, but there's always people that don't. So, it's nice to know that all these people care.
We got this, then. We got this.
We got this.
I believe very much in possibilities for a better world. I know we can create one, and I'm dedicated to being part of that. I feel like there's a lot of hope in clean energy. So clean energy has now become far more affordable than coal or fossil fuels or anything like that. I mean, people are getting together to come into events like this. There's a lot of candidates in Canada right now, actually, who are very focused on climate change. So as long as people continue to educate themselves, I think that there's hope for the future.
With this catastrophe that's out there, what this crisis is inviting us into is to integrate all these things that we have, and people have different pieces of the puzzle. What the earth is asking is how to now live as a community, as a tribe.
So as we stand together here for this earth, let this be a part of our inner cosmic rebirth, for others to see the stories that are unfolding on this path, for others to remember that it is the difference that we make that will determine how things last, to stand for this earth, to stand for the mother, to stand for the connection that we share as sisters and as brothers, about remembering who we are, what we have always been, to be able to help change this world, to spread hope throughout the land.
I see hope in it because there's a lot of joy that's being shared today, and there's a lot of positivity, and I think even some of the people who are, a little annoyed that their Friday commute is getting kind of hung up a bit, getting lots of positive honks. I think there's a lot of people in their cars, and even on the street here, who know something needs to be done, they don't know what to do, and I think a lot of people are probably seeing this as like, I can do this as like a first step, right? And I think there's hope in that.
I feel I'm learning to rally up when something's wrong and to make sure that the world goes right.
Again, what is happening here in London, Ontario, Canada is just a microcosm of the macrocosm. It is just a part of the bigger story that we are all a part of. This is about all of us remembering our connection to the earth and remembering how much we care about our mother, how much we are willing to do to stand for her, to stand for it, to stand for us. By standing for the earth, we are standing for ourselves.
I think I see the hope in direct action. You have to let people in charge know what we want, or else nothing's going to get done.
I see so many people coming out here, so many young people showing that they care about this, and it's really inspiring to see that.
To the youth out there, dream of singing instead of talking, dancing instead of walking, and playing instead of working. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And so if you hear this message, and this is your story too, for together we shall stand and bring forth what is true, our connection to all things, our balance that begins from within. And I see you and I thank you for all that has always been.
Hope for change, every little bit adds up. I can only do a little bit, you can do a little bit, that person, everybody can do a little bit. And at the end of the day, that ends up being a lot of it.
Thank you for rising together. Thank you for being a voice for the voiceless, a voice for the trees, a voice for the earth, a voice for the water. That is why we're here. To be able to rise together, to rise in responsibility, to rise in awareness, to rise in consciousness, to hold politicians and government accountable, but to also hold each other accountable for everyday action, for all the little things that we do.
When there's a certain amount of people that support a way of thinking, and suddenly it becomes mainstream. And this is what we're aiming for. We reach that critical mass, something changes. Do I believe in magic? Yes. What is magic? The laws of the universe.
Having this upheaval, having this rising up happening amongst all generations, yeah, this is it. This is hope for me.
Thank you for making a difference together. Thank you for caring. Thank you for helping change this world. This is our story. We are writing it together. On behalf of the earth, on behalf of the children, on behalf of love. This is Spell Babylon, Neil Gonzo, journalist of the future, reporting on the shift in consciousness. As always, keep shifting. Good love. And I will see you in the future. Much love.